First off, how did you find this guy?
Well, in 2010, Buffett and Gates start their giving pledge, and they give an interview with Fortune magazine. And they say there are at least 2 billionaires, or Buffett goes out and he says there are at least 2 billionaires out there in Berkshire land that I know about that aren't on any rich lists. And, you know, we're up for a challenge. So we put a reporter who's
ding,
covered...
ding, ding, that rang the bell.
We've been looking for years. It was one of the first things I did when I came here to Bloomberg is I wanted to try and find these 2 hidden Berkshire billionaires, and we found one of them, or at least we believe there.
Okay, so basically, and this is something that, you know, every time someone hears a story like this, they're like, geez, I should have thought about this. Right. Why didn't I buy IBM shares 20 years ago? Why didn't I do this? So this guy basically bought Berkshire Hathaway shares, what? How many years ago?
So it was in 1980 when he buys his Berkshire shares. He's buying it for just over $200 a share. To put that in perspective, it trades at $170,000 a share or more right now. This is a guy who had a third-generation business in Kansas. It was fledgling. He couldn't figure out how to stave off the competition. It was welding supplies. And so he takes some of the cash. He hears about Warren Buffett. He takes some of the company's cash and he buys about 30 or 40 or 50 shares of Berkshire Hathaway.
And he just sat on them.
And now he owns 4,300 shares directly, and he's an investment manager. So he runs 4 funds from Boulder, Colorado, which owns some more, and that's how he gets to the $1.1 billion. Okay,
and you mentioned there are other hidden billionaires, right? Or there's one other?
Well, we're looking for them. They could be a lot of places. We looked in 2 sort of corners of the world. We looked at people who might have gotten a lot of Berkshire stock when they sold their companies. We looked at NetJets and a couple other companies. And then there are the original investors in Buffett's pre-Berkshire partnerships. So he had these Buffett partnerships in the late 1950s and early 1960s before he takes over Berkshire Hathaway. And the people who invested perhaps more than $10,000, $20,000 in those partnerships, if they would have taken all the stock they were offered in Berkshire Hathaway at the time that those were transferred over, they could have it. But we haven't been able to pin that down just yet.